Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. I see Task Force barged right in, as I would suspect, but, they can't seem to understand the English language. I think their native language is Russian. And I'm waiting on word of a breaking development, and that breaking development is rumors that David Strait has just been arrested. Now, I cannot confirm this at this time. I am waiting for confirmation. I don't know if I'm going to get confirmation. So, what we can do is label this an unsubstantiated rumor. Now, the reason for this is, I think it was either Wednesday or Thursday, David Lester Strait was visited by the FBI at one of his seminars. He was questioned, and then the FBI left. Now, the supporters of Putin, David Strait, and the PPTF have reported that they tried to kidnap David Lester Strait, which is false. They only wanted to question him. They did not try to arrest him at that time. Um, Basically, they questioned him and they left. Now, why was David Lester Strait questioned in the first place? Well, this comes out of something that um, has been rumored for some time, and that is that Mr. Strait is engaging in stolen valor. He declares that he's a United States veteran, former Navy SEAL, all kinds of things, yet he's not been able to prove it. And the screen that I just had up, this one here, this is an article that was written in May of last year. And this, okay, I gotta see what I gotta do here. But this magazine, or this blog, I should say, discussion forum or what have you, and I've just supplied the link to it, discussed David Strait in great detail. Now, I understand that okay, now, I don't know if you can see me or not. We're having problems with my internet. I don't know why. So, hopefully I'm still here. Do, 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 do. And what I'm trying to do is, if anybody can confirm if I'm still on the air, that would be nice. Do, 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 do. Okay, well, my spelling is thesaurus, but I guess I'm okay. I had an error message come up on my screen, and I just task force. When are you going to show me the inside of your trailer? I don't know how you keep getting back in here. You're blocked. You decided to come in here and gang stalk my channel. And you know, I don't understand people. Yeah, you block them and they come right back in. She must have 100 email addresses on standby so she can get in. But that's the Russian enablers for you. Okay, well that came over Twitter. And I was just sent something here. But the okay, I'm going to transfer this image over as soon as I download it, because this is something that was just sent to me, and I think it's important in that this goes along with the document I have up, so I'll put this up real quick. I don't know who Alice Hines is, but Eileen Ryan is from the Navy SEAL Museum, and they state that we do not show a record of David Strait in our database. Sometimes they operate under stage names, so we cannot find anything close to this name. So, but David Lester Strait is operating under his legal name, so you know, that is yeah, TCH needs to go. I'll agree with that, but you know, He's in hiding. Uh, he's taking the coward's way out like he always does. But the okay, I've gotten a message that says no one is saying it on Telegram. He is not in BindLink in Oregon or Missouri, not in his local jail. So, as far as we know right now, Mr. Straight is not been arrested. There are reports that he has been. I cannot get any confirmation on that, so we'll have to go with that he is not arrested at this time. And what we'll probably wind up doing is over the next few hours in coming days, we'll try to find out what his status is. We'll just have to go right now with the fact that he's not been arrested. Now, what I have up here, like I was saying in my introduction, is this is a um, blog or forum, and it was written by an attorney. And he spent a great deal of time going through Mr. Straight's background. And he starts out saying, who is David Lester Straight? And right off the bat, he says David Lester Straight is a loser in court who pretends to be an expert in the law. Several years ago, Straight lost his own children to Child Protective Services. Since then, Straight has been inciting hatred for the elected government of we the people. To incite this hatred, Straight intentionally lies to the American people about his background, experience, and credentials, both to fraudulently glorify himself and to fraudulently gain the trust of his audience. To incite this hatred, Straight also intentionally lies to the American people about imaginary injustices which do not occur and imaginary laws which do not exist. Straight's mission is not to spread the truth. Instead, Straight's mission is to spread his own notoriety and to spread a pathological hatred for the elected government of we the people. And it's quite thorough in showing Straight, including some of his meetings that he's had, and he has renounced his citizenship and so on and so forth. And this individual goes on to explain in detail why what he says is not true and why what he has done cannot be done legally. No affidavit alone is legally effective to renounce U.S. citizenship, and it would not make any difference if it was so effective. Unknown to Straight, U.S. law applies to every human being on U.S. soil, and U.S. income tax applies to every human being who lives on the soil of any state or territory of the United States. Now, a prime example of this is we have people in here on green cards, and they are not considered citizens of the United States. They are here on a work visa or resident visa, however you want to put it. And these individuals, when they work, have to pay United States income tax, have to contribute to United States Social Security, on and so forth. All your payroll deductions that those of us who are citizens would see on our paycheck. And so, this is what is out there about David Strait, and anybody who's done research into him has seen this. So, but what has started this is if you people had seen my post earlier, I put the name of an operation in there. And what this is the United States government, through the Department of Justice, has started a task force. The government just loves these task forces. And what the task force entails is that, well, okay, I'm not going to be able to put myself up there with David Lester Street in there, so I'm not sure. Okay, well, anyway, what this entails is that David Lester Strait is being investigated for stolen valor. Apparently, a group of U.S. veterans are working with the FBI and the Department of Justice to find out if David Strait is guilty of, number one, stolen valor, and number two, by using his resume, as one would call it online, to defraud his followers and those who pay for these seminars. So it would appear that the FBI is interested in finding out if his actions constitute wire fraud. And if it does, then that opens up a can of worms. Now, under the operation, it is targeting those who are enabling President Putin in his propaganda campaign. And because of that, anyone associated with David Strait or anyone else associated with the PPTF and so on are subject to investigation by the FBI and the Justice Department under this task force. And what's interesting is I'm going to bring over some material that, might explain this. And of course, it's on. I still haven't downloaded it yet, so I'm going to monitor the chat. I'm going to bring this out. But, I have stated in the past for quite some time that David Strait has been committing these frauds, and that there was a possibility that he was working with foreign governments like Russia to enable foreign operatives to broadcast this false information through his website and others. And, even, Randy Erickson has even spread this disinformation on her open Facebook page. Task Force, why don't you go jump off a bridge? I mean, I swear. They must be having, Task Force must be having problems with their BitChute channel, their other channel, because they have to come over here for attention. They're unable to draw an audience on their channel, so they have to come over here and do it. See, by constantly coming in here, this shows you how weak their channel is. They can't sustain themselves unless they come over here. And speaking of which, going to see if I can bring this up. Okay, not there, not there, not there. Because there is something else that I wanted to bring up. Yeah, that's, all they're really doing is, all they're really doing is repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And, and if you go over to their website, you're going to notice that people are getting tired of it. They say, you keep repeating the same crap all over again. They are criticizing the way they are doing their editing and so on, putting up, putting their material up there, repeating the same music over and over again, and it's just, according to an just an ever increasing criticism from those who are supposed to be we're getting gang stalked. This Fern Halloo, who is another Putin supporter, a Soviet socialist supporter. Fern apparently supports the murder of children. Fern supports the bombing of hospitals, and so forth. And Fern is hereby blocked. This gang stalking by the communists and Russians over there on Telegram is, yeah, that's quite true, Rebecca. They certainly can. Yeah, and this is what I was going to talk about with this court case. Now, what's funny is that if you go over on the domestic terrorist site, they had the court case up, and they redacted parts of it, and what they redacted was the case number. And so what I'm doing right now, and I have posted it in the comments section, but what I'm going to do is, see, let me go over here. But as you recall, on an earlier live stream, I posted the entire filing by both her and Craig Sawyer. And so we have, let me see what this one is. Okay, I'm gonna. And this is what was filed by Craig Sawyer. And this is the Okay, I'm just gonna pull this one out. Now this is a prepared copy. This has not been decided by the judge, because if I were to bring up the rest of the page, you would see that it was a form that is yet to be signed. But the purpose of this is to have all the false and defamatory statements made by Randy Lynn Erickson stricken from the court record. Um, basically because this is the reason that Randy put this in the court record, is so that he can say, I filed this stuff even though it is not true. And so now, this is what we are waiting on, is to see if the judge is going to grant Craig Sawyer his motion. And again, like I reported the other night, if the judge goes along with this, this is going to, okay, I'm not getting what I want. But this is going to cost Randy Erickson a great deal of money, because what's going on is that the attorney is going to attempt to recover all the extra hours that he has had to spend on this nonsense. The attorney is declaring that Randy does not know what she's doing in court. She's wasting the court's time. She's wasting his time, and so on and so forth. And so what, basically we have this stuff going on. And this was filed on the 9th of March. On the 10th of March, 2 days ago, Randy Erickson was served this paperwork. So she is aware that this has been filed. And yeah, Randy has everything. She has all kinds of stuff on her Facebook. There's some stuff over on Gab, and there's some stuff over on Telegram, and Timmy's channel, the High Command, and the Task Force for Truth, and it's just garbage all over the place. Okay, this is what I gotta make. Okay, got that taken care of. But, excuse me, I'm multitasking here. I'm trying to find something. Timmy's putting up more nonsense on his um, blog. Boy, he comes up with the dumbest shit, I swear. And probably just another crackpot. These people are so stupid. Yeah, it's, she's basically thrown her support behind an enemy of the United States. And let me get back to what I was going to do here. Now, we have this code here, and this is a code stating that uh, U.S. code, blah, 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 um, actually, U.S. code 2385, advocating overthrow of government. Whoever knowingly or willingly advocates, abets, advises, or teaches the duty, necessity, and desirability of overthrowing, destroying the government of the United States, of any state, territory, and so on and so forth. This is the definition of advocating the overthrow of a government, of the United States government. Now, if you look at some of the things that they've been posting on Telegram and so forth, they are advocating the overthrow of the United States government. They want to illegally remove President Biden, who was legitimately elected. The Senate voted to certify the election and so forth, and this included Republicans. And so everybody is saying that it's legitimate, and these crackpots are saying no, it's not. This is what all these rallies are, and the former guy doing his thing. But this is, some of the stupidity that they do. But this is, so they are, this is a conspiracy to commit sedition. And so they are guilty of that. And then this is whoever owing allegiance to the United States levies war against them, adheres to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort within the United States or elsewhere, is guilty of treason, and shall suffer death or be imprisoned for not less than 5 years, and fined under this title by not less than $10,000, and shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. Now, this is what the task force that was just created by the Department of Justice, and through which the FBI is investigating, is doing. And this might possibly be why David Straight was questioned. So there's that little thing to consider. One, following the actions. And this is the rebellion or insurrection. Whoever incites, sets on foot, assists, or engages in any rebellion or insurrection against the authority of the United States or laws thereof, or gives aid or comfort thereto, shall be fined under this title or in prison if not more than 10 years or both, and shall be incapable of holding any office. Now, this is what is said that the PPTF, David Lester Strait, and others are doing in one form or another. And so, well, Punisher for Truth is in here gang stalking. I guess Punisher for Truth is not having any luck with their channel. Why don't you go and have a Punisher for Truth? Why don't you go and make love on your cell phone? But you are blocked. But this again, they are having problems on their Telegram channel. They are getting spammed like you wouldn't believe. People are beginning to turn against them. And so as a result of that, they have to come over here and gang stalk this channel because I scare the willies out of these people. And so they come in here, we block them, they go away, they come back again. And there's something I'm trying to do. Nope, that option's not there. I don't know how I am going to. Okay. Well, let me do it this way. Because I'm trying to correct an error and I'm not having much luck. So let me. Bear with me, I'm trying to. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. As I'm only getting the. There we go. Alright, I was trying to give somebody admin status, but I cannot figure out a way to do it. Well, she does. She actually admitted in a video, or maybe it was infiltrated, but one of them actually made love to their cell phone. They had an image of Timmy on their cell phone. And, the one thing I'll say for the guy, he's a chick magnet, although the chicks he's being a magnet of, don't, I don't think that people in their right mind wouldn't want to have anything to do with them. The women are downright crazy. But, there's no accounting for taste, I suppose. Well, Glow, yeah, they'll probably come back. They got right now, they're probably creating another. Well, it's the kind of, Jolly, it's the kind of chicks that he is a magnet of. And it's the kind of no one in their right mind would have anything to do with. So, so there's that. Speaking of which, The last time I checked on the Blanchard case, there was nothing new as of the 7th, but I'm going to check on that just in case, because they sometimes are a little late on getting stuff up. And I had checked with them early in the day. So let's see what we get. Well, they're basically a bunch of losers because every single one of those people over there have lost their various legal cases, and so that's why they come on and they say bar applies and all this. Yeah, as of February 7th, there has been no new entries in the Neely Blanchard case. Jury selection is supposed to begin the 18th of April. And depending on, I've had a big change in my schedule, so depending on what happens, I am still going to try and cover that case on location and live. But if there is any changes to that, I will let you know. One way or another, I am going to cover that case. I just don't know precisely how yet. I still have plans to cover it live. If I can't do that, or on location, I will advise. But for right now, we're still on track to go to Ocala in April. And it's supposed to be 4 or 5 day trial. I think they've opened it up for. And in May, late May, I believe it's going to be, then we have the Cynthia Absug trial up in Castle Rock, Colorado. And so I will be up there doing that. So we've got that to look forward to. But, Timmy put up a headline using stock footage, of course, and said FBI attempt and failed to abduct Trump Commissioner David Lester Straight. Now, David Lester Straight is not a Trump commissioner. He never was. He never will be. Trump has never heard of David Lester Straight. And as the article I put up before states, David Lester Straight is a pathological liar. And as of late, they started calling this thing Melania's task force fairly recently. Why, I don't know, but, that's what they're doing. They're basically ingratiating themselves, making themselves look important, making themselves look special, and, and they're nothing. They're just a bunch of people that have made up some pretend organization. It is said now that David Lester Straight is responsible for creating this mess called the PPTF. So it's, we kind of felt that. And this new investigation by the FBI may answer that question. Okay, I saw this and he would be that stupid to want to help the QAnons. But what are you gonna do? He has found himself a gullible bunch of people to work with, and now he's trying to get people to buy him an airplane, and not just any old airplane, a full-size commercial jet. And it's just amazing the things these people fall for. But we had, um, there was a report that Iran fired a bunch of missiles at a United States embassy. I believe it was in Israel. So we've got that in the news. Um, and one by one, the January 6th insurrectionists are being convicted in jail. So, yeah, I just saw that post. Uh, he is nothing except some guy that draws pics and draws lines and words on a poster board and collects gifts, as he calls them, for conducting these idiotic seminars. And that is all out fraud. And this is one of the reasons that the FBI showed up during the week at his presentations. He is doing these things under false pretenses. Okay, is David straight saying the PPTF is just a voluntary group that sends info to the Department of Justice to run with? That is not a presidential task force working through the Pentagon. And I'm not sure. I think Kirk's Law Corner on December 23rd, 2020, Kirk's Law Corner posted, "There is no Pentagon pedophile task force. That is shit made up by Timmy. I'd appreciate it if you didn't associate me with Timmy and his lies. I want no part of them." Now, this was someone that Randy Erickson claimed to have brought in to the state of Wisconsin to assist in the release of Field McConnell. And that resulted in a big mess, and that okay, I'm going to transfer this over. But again, this stuff is out there. Oops. But you have, all these old posts are beginning to surface now. And okay. Come on, roll. Damn, where are all these people coming from? This thing is taking forever to load tonight. Yeah, well, that's loading. Yeah, I'm having uploading problems tonight. Okay, we finally got this to come up. Now this, I can't remember where this showed up, but it, David Lester Straight admits that this is a volunteer group. It is not Melania's task force. It's not Trump's task force. It's something that these two uh, David Strait and Randy created. There's no forcible. There's no charter documentation of the existence of this thing. It's a imaginary club. Yeah, I remember that uh, this copper moonshine still thing, and that was his way of covertly selling these worthless diplomatic immunity passports, which they uh, they're no good. The damn things they're worthless. And they're passing these things off, and so all right. Let me try and bring up the other slide. For some reason these things are the software that I have, sometimes it just takes forever to get things up here, and this one came up rather. But this is Kirk's Law Center on December 23rd, 2020. Now, this is a little over a year ago. And Smirky Kirky says there is no Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. That it's SMU, which is shit made up by Timmy. And he does not want to be associated with Timmy and his lies. And so, yeah, you have it from this Kirk's Law thing, which is another phony baloney. Um, that's a familiar name. I don't know where I saw that one. Well, the funny thing about this warrior mommy is he kept changing his mind. 1 minute he'd say it's real, 1 minute he'd say it's fake. Now, December 23rd was, this, you're looking at uh, 2 days before Christmas. This was when all this stuff went down with Field, and they were all staying at the house. And so he came out and finally said, no, it's made up. And this is why you can't rely on these people. They can't stick to their story. But I remember the live um, conference that Randy had, Kirk Pendergrass had, and Eager Beaver, who at the time operated the website that Field McConnell was using. And there was a big brouhaha between these people. And Eager Beaver finally put the foot down and said, "The hell with you people! I'm going to do what Field McConnell wants me to do." Ooh, holy smoke! Glad I'm not up there. Of course, where I was today is just as bad, but no snow. But it was a hell of a lot of rain and extremely high winds. It was quite a day today. Okay, latest update on the missile attack. The government of Iran is now confirming it was not attempting to target the U.S. consulate. Said it was trying to hit a Mossad target instead, which is another whole other problem. So now they're saying that the government of Iran has not intentionally attacked the United States. Well, that's still a mess. So we're going to see how that goes. Yeah, it's been crazy weather today, you know, and we're supposed to get our last um, bit of cold weather in the morning, and then hopefully after that we'll be up to um, normal weather for this time of the year. Now, got breaking news. There's a rumor going around that Tim Holmseth has a new car. And here we are. So if you see this car running around, it might be Timmy. Or someone he knows, I suppose. But I actually grabbed this off of Twitter. I thought this is kind of cute. Sorry for any slurping you're hearing. I'm sipping on hot chocolate. I gotta get my other phone. I'll be right back. I want to check something. Scratch that. The damn thing's in the airplane. I'll have to wait until tomorrow and get it. I'll have it in time for tomorrow's show. I screwed up my format tonight, so I gotta figure out. Punisher was blocked from the chat. Punisher is not welcome here. Task Force is not welcome here. Tim, supporters are not welcome here, and anyone that supports Vladimir Putin is not allowed here. And I don't know why these people continue to show up. They got their own little thing over there on Telegram and Gab and so on and so forth. I don't see any reason for them to be here other than to um, stalk this channel and gaslight it. So, yeah, they accuse this channel of gang stalking, and they're the ones doing the gang stalking. I just find it hypocritical. Mert07. Oh, you insulting wine now with that one? Are you one of the truckers that's doing the circle jerk around Washington right now? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. People whining about $5 a gallon for diesel and they deadhead running a circle jerk around Washington protesting things that have already been taken care of. But, stupid is. I'm in jail with the guard's iPhone. Ah, breaking the law while in jail. Well, maybe it's a. I guess. I wonder what you paid the guard for that phone. Front end or rear end? Fireman's around. I don't know when or if he tunes in. He's got a life off the internet, so he's probably pursuing his personal situations. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Um, Kind of miss him around. He's a good guy. He got gaslit by the haters and the domestic terrorists, but that's to be expected with the way these people are. Truth is a stranger to these people. Oh, somebody's paying attention to my live stream. A comment went up 11 minutes ago over on the domestic terrorism channel. Funny how Filthy Mert is talking about an FBI task force just created to investigate Russian agents, one BEAVID straight, and those who are trying to overthrow the logistic mask man Biden administration. Now, that comment really doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. But these people don't make a lot of sense. But at least the other side's paying attention to my chat. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, let me get rid of the Timmy Mobile. What I think I'm going to do is at the bottom of the hour, I'm going to call it for the night because I've got. Yeah, I should mute my mic when I'm drinking. Sorry about that. um, but I've got a few things I got to prepare for stuff that I'm doing tomorrow, and then after that, I'm going to start working on the show. So, so there's that. Um, Basically, and it's not going to be a simulcast. I'll be live streaming on the Task Force for Truth channel, and um, go over some other Timmyisms that are out there, and possibly get into this situation with um, David Strait. See if I can get any confirmation on what's going on. And I have some things that I'd like to see if I can get on tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. And what I do is I'm not going to drink anything else on the air because I don't want to be making the experience too unpleasant. This isn't the most professionally run channel on the internet, but well, you try and tell people things upside down and they don't listen. I guess they got to learn things the hard way. What Zoom hearing? Um, I wasn't even aware there was going to be a Zoom hearing this morning. What's this Zoom hearing about, Glow? A leg was found one day after an alligator was spotted with a human arm in its mouth. Oh my. Somebody had a big lunch. You gotta watch them alligators down here. Well, upside down, I guess the reason they can be mean is they don't like people who are admins or moderators on my chat. Uh, Before that happened, she was left alone. But that's how these people work. They gang stalk anyone on this channel. It's a little bit more than I expected tonight. 30 people on here. Ted Nugent interviewing people. That must have been a trip. Well, we had tornadoes in Ocala. Oh, my, my. Yeah, somebody left me a message on Facebook about David Street. Of course, this news spread fast throughout social media. Anybody replaying this is going to see a lot of silence, but I'm reading the chat as we go along here. I'm running around the media trying to see if there's anything that has to do with Mr. Straight, and I'm not seeing anything. Well, if he is in jail, if it's done through the federal system, I don't know where they would put him. If they would put him in a county jail, or if they would send him to a federal member area. And it takes time for this stuff to get um, sorted out. So right now, I'm treating it as an unconfirmed rumor until it can be shown one way or another what his status is. Um, yeah, but Atlanta, I think he's in Missouri, and so they would send him to a federal facility somewhere down there. So it's one of these things. It's a wait and see proposition to see where he might be or if he might be. Right now, we cannot confirm anything. So it's an unsubstantiated rumor point. Yeah, Glow, I see your comment. So, you're getting out there. Okay. Okay, serious offense in the state of Tennessee. Oh, I'm sorry, Glow. I can read your comments. I was doing something and they just floated by. Um, so if you made a um, comment um, about the Zoom conference, you're free to complete it or repeat it. I guess is okay. You are making a new Fifi. Okay. I guess. Okay, read my David Straight in Zoom. So, was there a Zoom conference dealing with David Straight? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Well, if they watched the Zoom hearing, I would be curious as to what was said. Usually if you're arrested, you're arraigned and they decide whether or not you're going to be held over to appear in court or if you're going to get uh, bail set or the sort of thing. It depends on how the individual courts handle these things. But if there's been a Zoom, depending on where it was held, it would eventually be on the record someplace. And so far, I haven't seen or been able to find anything that's updated as far as David Straight's concerned. Okay, I just can't see the chat in a moment here. I'm trying to. Okay, so I'm not finding anything. Yeah, Pacer's slow, so it's probably not going to show up there um, because that has to do with. It would probably be Monday or Tuesday if it was held today or yesterday. So. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking upside down is we're looking at 2 or 3 days before we hear anything that could confirm uh, that. Uh, there's several individuals that are tracking this. Um, yeah, I don't know as if I don't know if he's on parole or would be on parole. There's all kinds of hearings that you can view depending on what the court decides in the rules about what they're going to allow to be put up. The two cases that I'm covering, the Blanchard murder trial and the Cynthia Adsug trial, the court has put a lid on a lot of discoveries, and it's kind of hard to get any information out of what's going on with either one of these two cases. And like I reported earlier, the 7th was the last we had anything come out of 7th of February, I believe, had anything come out of the court there. So I guess what we're going to have to do is hurry up and wait on this Davis Street thing. I was going to check Telegram, but my phone's in the airplane, so I can't check it until tomorrow. So let's see. Okay, that is... Okay. Okay, someone is saying that they are going to be able to get to me screenshots of where David Street and Bonnie have been arrested. Um, Still no confirmation. The source is trying to track it down to see what the status is. Yeah, I just, at this point, I don't know. Um, we've got basically a lot of stuff flying around with no confirmation. And so it's going to be hour by hour, day by day sort of thing to figure out what's going on. Um, this Telegram is going to be one of these places that we're going to have to track down. All right, so okay, folks. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up tonight. Um, I got a couple things I've got to do, and I'm gonna kind of rest a little bit. I've had a long day today, and I'll tell you, it's one for the books. Well, I appreciate that upside down. I just, all this does is show that they are not interested in rescuing children, stopping abuse, and all that. Because by attacking people on pages like this, really isn't helping that cause. They falsely accuse people of things, they damage people's reputation, and they're not rescuing one single child. They're not stopping one incident of abuse. It's the same thing over and over again. They're just gang stalking, they're abusing, they're playing games and they're making money off it. It is what it is. All right, everybody, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and share, and stay tuned. I will be on the air tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on my Task Force for Truth channel, and I'll see if overnight there is anything new that develops. So that's basically what I can do. And so until we meet again, everybody have a good one, and thanks for tuning in. Good night.